Hey there, ACC and Simracing fans, Poop Daddy. I don't often upload a video, but I thought this one was well worth it, so I thought I'd put the time in. Just to give you some context, just put in a terrible qualifying session, qualifying P23 of 25. Bit of an eventful race, lots of action in this one, and I may have committed a murder. Enjoy the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Feel free to give me a sub. Let's get in and have a look what happened. Okay, so as I was saying, P25 of 27. I think I actually got it wrong in the introduction. I thought it was 23 of 25, but we are 25 of 27. So here we go, getting ready for the start. Already I'm thinking to myself, probably a good idea to sit at the back of the pack, just let things unfold. So I'm going to let Mr. Auletta and Mr. Behane, who I think will feature again a little bit later in the video, we're going to let them go by. So here we go. So corner number one, some bumping and banging going on ahead, but everybody's through safe. We're still sat at the back, and here we go. Here's some carnage. It's all happening. Cars everywhere. We're trying to get round wide. We're taking it off track, trying to keep it safe, keep it clean. We're through. A few positions gained. Turn number 3 or turn number 4. We have more mayhem. Cars everywhere. People banging into me left, right, and centre. But again, we're clean. We're through. We're safe. We've gone a little bit deep, but we've kept it under control. So we are up into P23 after all of that mayhem. Driver ahead with a drive-through penalty already in P15. And another car off the track facing the wrong way. You can't park there, sir, as another YouTuber might say. Again, we have dust. We've got a slow car ahead. Sticking to the outside. He's keeping it out of everybody's way, doing a good job. Let's sneak up the inside and see if we can gain another spot. There we go. We're a bit slidey through turn 1, which doesn't help. That always costs a bit of time. So our friend Mr. Gomez in a lovely pink Porsche is our next target. We're turning the screw, we're applying the pressure. We want to get into that top 20. We would take any position in the teens, given our starting position at the back of the grid. Got a little train of 3 or 4 cars just ahead. Oh, that's another car. Getting it all sorts of wrong. It's been an eventful race so far. Suddenly out of nowhere we've got Maximum Force has arrived behind me. I don't know if that's actually his name, but that's what I'm going to call him. He'll do well to get around the outside there, so a little bit defending from Poop. See Mr. Force, he'll be constantly applying some pressure. Don't like this corner. Taking a slightly defensive line as Mr. Force again, trying to fly around the outside. And we're in P18. I'm already considering this a good result, but we're not finished yet. There's two more cars. I've decided to park it. Another two spots gained. And we're still hanging on to the back of this little train of three, who appear to be closing up on the guys ahead. There's Mr. Force again, trying to force his way around the outside. He may be making Poop go a little bit defensive into this one. Just taking the inside line a little bit. All over the back of the pink Porsche. There's the ever foreboding bonnet of Mr. Force again. You can only think it's going to end badly for Mr. Force at some point. There he goes again, trying to get around the outside into the last corner. It's never going to work. So he's going to be close coming into turn number one. There he goes. Is he going to make his move? Yes, he is. Poop's just on the brakes early. Going to try and stick it back up the inside. Take that, Mr. Force. Good bit of racing. Maybe a little bit aggressive from me. He might get a little bit upset about that. Defensive in there. But this fighting, we're losing time again to Mr. Sang. Need to get back on the back of that pink Porsche, that little train of three cars. He has. He's been overtaken by Mr. Rogerson. So Force, in trying to force his way through, has actually given up the spot. Bit of a battle going on ahead. Mr. Beckman, Mr. Sang, giving me the opportunity to close that gap again. We'll be seeing if we can't pick up some pieces. Ooh, things got very close there. But we're alright, we're safe. Bit slidey again into the first corner. So we're getting a bit of a small gap here between Mr. Sang and Mr. Beckman. Am I going to make my move? Been a bit forceful, but I've forced it out the inside. We're done. Taking that quite nicely. So another position gained. I believe we're now P15. Mr. Rogerson's headlights lighting up the tarmac just behind the back of my Ferrari. So I know he's not far away. Ah, Beckman, what's happened? He's lost it. It's a freebie. So we're now P14. And we need to focus on getting on the back of this pack. And I'm thinking that Mr. Behane ahead of me in the Porsche, may well be the victim of a poop murder at some point in the next few laps. Let's just see how we get on. I'll be curious to know what you guys think when it comes to the murder. Please feel free to drop a comment. Let me know whether you think I've murdered him or whether it's potentially his own fault. So I slowly squeeze this gap. There's another one gone on the right hand side. It's another freebie. It's been an absolute wreck of a race for a lot of drivers. Can we believe it? I think I'm up into P13 now, having started in P27. Was it 27? We are P13. And applying the pressure to Mr. Behane. Another 3 cars just ahead, all getting involved in a serious chat. Could a top 10 be on the cards? Some good side-by-side racing ahead. Mr. Behane having a little bit of a look. We are now right on the back of this train. Ooh. Bit late into there. Suddenly Mr. Rogerson appears in the mirror, in the back of me. Taking a slightly defensive line into this corner. Don't want to let Mr. Rogerson through. If you include Mr. Rogerson, we've got 6 cars having a serious race here. This race at Valencia is seriously hotting up. Mr. Behane, he's made a mistake. He's forced me around the outside. As I said with Mr. Force earlier, though, there's no joy going around the outside at this corner. We've got to let him have it back. He's lost a bit of time to the boys in front. Getting close to the wall. He's taken a nice wide line into there. Hasn't really done him any good. He's not lost me. Ooh, just having a look. Just letting him know that I'm there. Letting him know I want that position. I believe he broke just a touch early. And again, he's broke a little bit early there. We're taking all of this into account. Again, he's breaking early into that corner. Got a reasonable exit, but we're too far back to be making a move, surely. Yes, we're just hanging back. Again, he's broken extremely early into that corner. That tells me something. That may be the scene of the crime. Overtaking into the first turn, though, is pretty difficult. We don't want to force him wide. So we've decided against it. We want to try and get that run to get up the inside here. We've not managed that. So we're just applying that pressure. Oh, he's got a little bit twitchy. Again, we're huge in his rearview mirror. Mr. Behane must be seriously worried. Oh, that's a very aggressive cut across there. Which could well be a sign of things to come. Suddenly Mr. Rogerson's on the scene again. Applying the pressure. I've immediately gone defensive. Don't want him to have it. Not giving that up. I know that there's potential of a top 10, having started right at the back of the pack. Last position into turn 1 at the start of the race. Fighting for P12. And 3 cars just ahead. Just trying to get the exit right. It's reasonable, but it's still not good enough. We need to be right on the back of Mr. Behane here to get some joy. We know he's braking early. Very slidey through there, but we know that he's on the brakes early into this corner. There he is, we're right on the back of him again. We know he's on the brakes early into this one. Oh, we're going to have a look at the inside. Are we going to get that sniff? No. But we are all over the back of him. We're going to take the inside. He's not going to let us. Oh, there's some good side-by-side around there. But I think this is the moment. He's been a bit aggressive cutting across me. And there it is. There's been a murder. Let me know what you think, chat. I definitely wasn't alongside, but you should have seen that coming, surely. So we've managed to get ourselves up into P12. Maybe not in the cleanest fashion, but we're there. We've got some fighting ahead. Mr. Coivisto, Mr. Ramo and Mr. Gomez. Are they going to feel the wrath of poop before the end of the race? They really are having a serious chat up ahead. Almost 3 wide into there. One of them's gone extremely wide. Can we take advantage of this serious argument that's going on? Some good tight racing happening. I don't want to ruin it, but I do want to get involved in this chat. So we're there, we're on the back of the pack. Looking big in Mr. Ramo's mirror. Mr. Rogerson's still less than a second behind. Here we go, it's the final corner. We're going to have to settle for P12. But no, what's happened? Wow, there's been carnage in the final corner at Valencia. Did Poop get the top 10 that he was hoping for? Where did we finish? Let's have a look. Well, there it is, chat. P9. Started off P27 up to P9 in what was quite an eventful race. Did I commit a murder though? This is the question. Let me know. Leave a comment. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I don't mind. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be fab. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.